He is definitely bigger than life. When he comes into the room, he's very confident, and the great thing is that he so often delivered on the promises that he has made.
Todd is a force, physically and every other way.
Yeah, I don't know if people have seen him. He's a big man. He's about 6'7", ex-football player.
He was big and tall, so I mean, at the beginning, I didn't know that he played football.
His business was a means to take care of his employees, the legacy of his business, because he inherited his business.
Omega Pacific was founded by Ivy Reed Lewis, and she brought Todd in as her first employee. We supply energy-efficient lamps, ballasts, light fixtures, and lighting poles.
They provided so many of our lights to all of our city-owned facilities, and all of the operational crews in the city enjoyed working with Omega Pacific.
In our industry, there's not a lot of minority distributors.
Through a process we'll call a disparity study, it's been clearly documented how minority and women-owned businesses and local small businesses in general have had a tough go at just trying to gain access and be competitive in and win city contracts.
We would encounter beliefs that somehow minority businesses or small businesses were somehow less qualified.
Part of it has to do with unfair practices or downright discrimination.
He was definitely instrumental in changing a lot of the rules and regulations here to really help small businesses.
He educated the elected officials. So he demonstrated to them that with proper opportunities, and minority-owned and women-owned small business, they can flourish just like him.
I think Todd is definitely a pioneer, and for people who are benefiting from the efforts that he was able to contribute to small businesses, I think people need to know about it and kind of reflect back on those pioneers that forged the way so that they can be as successful as they are today.
Mr. Lewis was very smart. We were the last people he would come talk to. The very first person he would talk to is the operational crew. He probably knew almost every electrician by their first name. That made him very successful because he knew what the city needed before the department head knew.
He had a very great business model.
His motto for us was Omega Pack on the attack. He was a great leader.
Good afternoon, Omega Pacific. This is Danielle.
You can see Omega Pacific's work and what they've done throughout the entire region.
One of the projects that he has worked on is the City Hall lights that you see that go on and off. He's worked on San Francisco International Airport.
He was very instrumental in delivering the Globe Street lights that are around UN Plaza.
So he's worked on a wide range of high profile and even small projects in the city.
He really looked at giving back to the community. I remember back in the 90s, he would throw a barbecue in his warehouse in San Francisco to give back to the community.
Every Christmas, we provide Christmas toys and gifts to the community. Every year, he would invite his retired NFL players to play Santa Claus. And the funny thing about it is these guys would come and fight over who was going to be Santa Claus that year. It was just a great time for the community. There was over like 1,000 children who were able to receive gifts and clothing every year. And this is something Todd took great pride in.
It was clear how important his family was to him.
We would start off every meeting with, Naomi, let me show you a picture of my daughter and my son and what they're doing. And he made it a point, no matter how busy he was, to coach his son or daughter's team. And he was so proud of his kids that it just would start off the meeting on the right foot because we would share the success stories of our children. I think it's very important that we do a profile on Todd Lewis and other African-American businessmen, inventors, leaders, so that we can write the history of what African Americans have accomplished in our society.
I know that his family will miss him greatly, but the business community will also miss you, Todd.
You have done tremendous work here in San Francisco and in the Bay Area, and you're going to be sorely missed.
I'm sure you're probably up in heaven pouting on the Almighty's table, fighting for small businesses around the world now. So enjoy your rest, and we miss you a lot.